So today, what we're going to be, what I'm going to be preparing is something, I'm Italian. I grew up with, Italian comfort food. And during this time, I think that we all need like some comfort, right? I don't know about you, but I went from never cooking for myself because I was always cooking for my clients. My husband's in the industry as well. So by the time he got home, we would usually get takeout or bring something, that we had, picked up along the way. So the last 4 weeks, I've been here now for 4 weeks, I've been cooking every night, and it has been amazing. So this is one of the first things that I cooked for myself when everything started, just because I wanted something comfortable. So I hope that you enjoy this. This is a baked ziti dish, and I do it a little bit differently, and I'll talk about that as we go along. But the first thing that I'm gonna do, and I have recipes posted in the chat. You can also go to Girls Night In online, and the recipes are there too to download. So I have the baked ziti recipe. I use pesto with my ricotta, so I added a pesto, one of my pesto recipes, and then also my marinara sauce. I mean, the thing is, I want it to be easy, easy for you. So whatever works. If you have like a favorite go-to marinara, by all means, use that. But marinara is so easy to make, and I think I have a really good recipe, so check it out. I'm not going to do that. I've already prepared that so that we could get right to business, because I'm not going to have enough time to do that in the half hour that we've got here. But check those recipes out. It's a pesto and a marinara, and then as well as the baked ziti recipe. So I'm going to start by just heating up my pan with some olive oil. And I've already chopped my onions and my garlic. As soon as this pan heats, I'm going to throw that in. One of the things, like I'm going to use Italian sausage on this. What I did, I really love combining sweet Italian sausage as well as spicy, because I want a little spice in there too. So I got it calls for a pound of Italian sausage. So I use a half pound of spicy and a half pound of sweet. So I'm going to go ahead and throw my onions in here. And my garlic. And then I've combined my sausage already in here. One of the things that is really cool that my husband actually told me to do this. My husband's filming this too, by the way. He's on the other side of the camera so you can see. But, when you're browning Italian sausage, it will clump up. So if you get in there with like a potato masher, it chops it all up real small. So and if you're vegetarian or vegan, there are so many amazing meatless Italian sausage options nowadays, or your favorite meat or whatever. And you know what? This could also be made without anything at all. You could just, use your marinara sauce if that's your choice. Or you could saute some spinach or, mushrooms, whatever, veggies in place. But that is any way you like it. It's going to turn out great. This is such like a pleasant kind of dish. I mean, really, like you can't make any mistakes with this recipe. Because I just actually did make a mistake. Normally I put my sausage in first and brown it, and then I throw in the the onions and the garlic, but because I'm like not used to filming myself, I just threw it all in. So, but you know what? It's going to turn out just perfect. I want to like hear, you know, what you guys have all been cooking too. So I know we're not going to have time to talk to everyone, but like drop me a line in there. Give me some ideas of what you've been cooking since you've been at home. Also, the other thing that would be really great is let me know what, if you have any recommendation or any requests, because if this is everyone else funded and maybe I'll do this again, and tell me what you'd like to see in one of these girls' night in online cooking classes. Okay, I really love Italian, but you know, I've spent the better part of my adult life in Hawaii, so I love fusion and Asian food and sushi. So if anybody has anything, any requests along those lines, let me know. Okay. So while this is browning, I'm gonna mix up my ricotta and my pesto. I've got everything already measured out here. So this is just ricotta cheese and my pesto. I'm just gonna blend those two together. Fold it in. I love this. I know in traditional baked ziti you just use a ricotta, but I love the blending of this pesto. Who doesn't? I mean, unless you don't like pesto, but I love this. It just really adds something special. Okay. I'm also going to be, I'm going to be giving away one of my cookbooks to one lucky winner today. This is my cookbook, Lobster for Leo, Cookies for Capricorn. So whoever wins that, I'll get your address and I'll mail that out to you, okay? All right. What an interesting time, huh? Went from like working and being so busy to having all of this extra time at home, and which I love. I love being at home. I don't like the reason why I'm home, but boy, it sure has been a luxury. I've read more books that I've been wanting to read, and exploring and writing, and anyway, it's been an interesting time to say the least. So here's my marinara that I made earlier. And like I said, this is so easy. I love to use San Marzano whole tomatoes, and I just break them up with my hands. And it has very few ingredients. There is 1 tablespoon of sugar that I put in to cut the acid in the tomato. But if you don't want to do that, if you have someone in your family and you're watching sugar, you know what else I do? I'll just put cut up some large pieces of carrot and put that in, or you can grate carrot. That also is a really nice way to cut the acid. And it's so easy and just so flavorful. I just love it. So I've already cooked my pasta, my ziti pasta. How are we doing on time? We're doing pretty good, huh? Brent, what time is it? I just want to make sure I stay on track. Okay, cool. All righty. So then I'm just going to add my marinara into the meat mixture. And stir that up. And then I'm going to add all of this into the pasta and mix it up. All right. Okay. So look at that. Just want to get all that yumminess mixed in with the pasta so that it's nicely coated. All right. Oops, I got a little bit on the counter. This is what it's really like at home. So then I'm going to spray with a nonstick spray my pan, just because it makes it a heck of a lot easier after we're finished to clean this pan. So, let me grab and I'm gonna layer this over the bottom here. Okay. About half of the mixture, put all that in, get that in there nice. And then I'm gonna do a layer of mozzarella, shredded mozzarella. Use like half of the amount on this first layer. And then I'm going to use 12 big little spoonfuls of this ricotta and pesto mixture. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Just like so. I love this. In this pesto recipe, you can also mix it up without cheese. Just leave out the cheese in the recipe to make it a vegan or vegetarian option. Instead of the ricotta, they have some so nice, like a cashew cream mix that is almost just like a ricotta and tastes like equally as delicious. So if you're dairy sensitive or vegan, you can still make this recipe and have it taste just as good. And I'm gonna take some Reggiano Parmigiano and sprinkle that on top. And you know, sometimes like right now with the stores being the way they are, getting ziti pasta was almost like, you know, getting an act of Congress. So you can also substitute penne pasta or, you know, rigatoni, whatever. This recipe is very forgiving for any kind of substitutions. That's why I liked it, because I just thought like it's something that if you can't get every single, you know, ingredient, just improvise. Use Romano cheese or whatever you have on hand. So we're just going to make another layer right on top here. And just press it down like so. And then we're going to repeat the same thing and add another layer.
Sabra, we lost your picture.
Oh, the picture. Oh, what happened? Oh, it's on low. You want to get the charger? The charger, it's on low.
There you are, you're back.
Am I back?
Yes, you
Okay.
are.
Great. Did you miss anything? I'm just doing another layer of
Now we can't see your hands. You tilt it down a little bit.
okay. There. How
perfect.
there we go. Thank you, Shelley. I'm a super amateur at this Zoom. I've been on lots of Zoom calls and meetings, but never my own. Never when I hosted. So thank you guys for your patience. All right. And then we're just gonna do the same thing and pop this baby in the oven, and you're gonna have a nice meal. This gives you about 12 servings, and I just love it because it's really good leftover. I can make a pan of this for, you know, for me and my husband, and let my daughter come and pick some up to take to her home. And anyway, it's really good leftover too, like most Italian food is. Sometimes it's even better the next day. All right. Oops. Okay. Look at that. And that's what she looks like. And we're going to just put a little more of the Reggiano right on top, and I'll clean it up a bit, and that's it. And half an hour later, you're ready to go. It's so simple and so delicious. There we go. Okay. The other thing I wanted to share with you, what goes really nice with this, one of my favorites, and like one of the things that I grew up with, was just making like a red leaf or green leaf salad with this. And I'm going to share my favorite balsamic dressing with you. It's so easy. It's literally 4 ingredients. I don't like acidic dressings that have like a lot, you know, too much tang. So this is my secret here. And every time I make this dressing, people just are like, oh my God, what did you put in that? So I'm going to share it with you today. And it's seriously so easy. Here, honey, can you open that for me? Thank you. Okay. So I'm going to take any of your, whatever your favorite balsamic dressing is. I really love this one. This one's a little thicker. These thicker ones also tend to be a little sweeter. Pardon?
Balsamic vinegar.
Yes, balsamic vinegar. Thank you. Let them see you. Here. Oh no, my husband's too shy. He doesn't want to be on camera. Oh boy, too bad. He's so cute. We worked together for years. A lot. I don't know who, I can't see who all's on right now, but I'm thinking some of my older clients, they know Prince. How awesome he is. If you know Prince, say hi to Prince in the chat. He's not bad on the eyes either, guys. So I did equal parts balsamic vinegar, and then I use, you can use low sodium. I use low sodium gluten-free, and I use equal parts. So whatever you're using, I just use like, what, a quarter cup or whatever, because I just am making enough for, you know, small batch. But you can do whatever. If you want to make this, will hold in the fridge for about a week. Then I'm going to use a half of a lemon. If you're making more, I would use a whole lemon. And it's so nice because the salt and the brininess of the tamari really mellows out the balsamic, and it's, I don't know what it does, but it is delicious. And if you toss that with just like a simple red leaf, I like a really light, you know, or mixed baby greens, because there's so much cheese and so much richness in that dish that you really want to cut all that richness with something just really light. One of my favorites is just like a red leaf lettuce, and, you know, tear it in larger pieces and toss it with this balsamic. I like throwing in just, you know, it's delicious the same. You don't need really any tomatoes or anything. One of my other favorites, and my grandmother used to do this, was she'd throw in sliced black olives to a red leaf salad. I don't know. So I love that because I grew up with it. So we all tend to really like, but anyway, there you go. You can see how nice and silky that is. And I'm telling you what, it is delicious. You don't need any salt or seasoning or anything else because of the tamari. It adds a saltiness. My husband's out telling me I need to smile more. Sorry, guys. When I get into a concentration mode, I tend to forget. How are we doing on time? Oh my gosh, we're right there. Okay, so let me pull out. I actually put in another one I made this morning, and we're going to pull that out so you can see how that looks. And there she is. She's not quite brown enough. I'll put her under the broiler, but there it is. Oh my gosh, I put this in just right when we started. I think it maybe could go a little bit longer, but what I really like, I'm going to put it back in and turn it up and get this cheese on top nice and brown, and then you can set it up. You can also make this ahead of time. You could even make one and freeze one, or you can make it the night before and put it in the fridge and pull it out and put it in the oven right before right before it's dinner time. So there it is. Thank you so much. I hope that you enjoyed that. Do you have any questions for me?
There were some questions. Ready?
Great.
What is your go-to dish to impress guests?
My go-to dish to impress guests. I would say, oh my gosh, I've heard all sorts of things that people really love, but I would say one of my favorite go-tos is I make a slow roasted tomato basil sauce that is killer, that people just love, and I love it too. So that's one of my favorites. I make a really mean chicken piccata, just, you know, that will melt in your mouth. I love a good chicken Milanese. Notice like all the Italian influence. So those are probably, oh, and I make a killer ribeye. I kill a ribeye. Are any of my clients out there? Tell me what are some of the things you like that I make? Any other questions?
Yes, there's several. What is the key to making tender meatballs?
The key to making tender meatballs. I think that the key to making tender meatballs is a really good combination of different meats. Like I'll take like a ground beef, like a high fat ground beef, ground pork, and ground veal. And what I think that what really makes a good meatball is, like, you know, the level of fat and texture. That's personally what I do. And same with like a good meatloaf. And always have a little pork in there, unless you don't eat, you know, you don't eat pork, but it just adds, like, you get all this layered flavor, and they're very tender because you've got a lot of fat. I hope that answered that question.
Okay. California or Italian San Marzano tomatoes?
Italian. I just most San Marzanos do come out of there, unless you're buying fresh ones.
Okay.
Which fresh are great too.
We're getting several people that are asking, they're asking in different formats, but can you explain, so the balsamic, they're asking about the tamari, is that a soy sauce?
Yes, tamari is a Japanese soy sauce, or shoyu as we say in Hawaii. And this one is gluten-free and reduced salt, low sodium. But any kind of tamari will work. I mean, a regular tamari has quite a bit of salt in it, but it also has a lot of flavor. So whatever, you know, anything that you can get your hands on tamari wise, it'll do.
Okay, and they were asking, so the amount of balsamic and tamari is equal parts, but about how much? And you had olive oil, is that what it was? And how much?
Yeah. So what I did is I did 1/4 cups of balsamic and tamari, and then I did about 1/2 cup of extra virgin olive oil and 1/2 of a lemon. So if you're using more than that yields you, you know, a cup of dressing, which, you know, for me will last me, you know, probably all week. So if you have, you know, a larger family and you're making, you know, more, I would just double that and use 1/2 cup of each, and then a cup of olive oil. And like I said, that'll last really nicely. Put it in, you know, a little bottle, and it'll last in your fridge for up to a week.
Okay, and a favorite meatless dish?
A favorite meatless dish. Wow. Well, that roasted tomato sauce, that slow roasted tomato sauce I told you about, that is like one of my favorites, and can be, you know, lasagna. Oh, my husband's saying my lasagna, my veggie lasagna. He loves that. I also make this because I was vegetarian. I went all through culinary school as a vegetarian, and I lean towards eating more vegetarian anyway, but I make this amazing meatless meatloaf with brown rice and nuts and wheat germ and nutritional yeast, and oh my gosh, it's so good. That's like one of my favorite. In fact, my mom was just asking me about that the other day, and I think my mom's out there. Mom, are you out there? Hi, Mom.
Yes, I'm here.
There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Hi, baby.
And any other questions?
I think the last one, somebody wants to know about your meatless meatloaf. Somebody must know something here.
Oh, yeah. Was that you, Mom?
That's me. Yeah, that's me before you
Oh.
started to tell me.
Oh,
I
okay.
was
Yeah,
asking the question.
that's so good. What did you want to know about it? Or that was a request?
That's my request.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna make that and get it to you somehow. It's really good, I'm telling you. This is one of my all-time favorites. My daughter grew up eating this, and I think that's what she thought meatloaf was until she got older, because I made it throughout her childhood. But it is so good, and I make a Creole sauce on top. So yeah, anyway, I'm so happy that you all came to join me today.